Bu videoda sizlerle bir Amerikan polisiyle yaptığım çok özel bir röportajı paylaşacağım. Merhaba arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Ben Erdal. 2005 yılından beri Amerika'dayım ve yıllarca Amerika'da, yani burada şehir polisliğinden eyalet polisliğine, olay yeri incelemeden federal istihbarat seviyeleri altında görevler yapmış bulunmaktayım. Bu kanalda amacım yıllarca Amerika sokaklarında yaptığım polislik tecrübelerini sizlerle paylaşmaktır. Bugün bir Amerikan polisiyle yaptığım çok özel bir röportajı sizlerle paylaşacağım. Ama bu röportaja girmeden önce eğer kanalımıza abone değilseniz lütfen abone olun, videolarımıza like atmayı unutmayın ve aynı zamanda bu kanalı ve videolarımızı sevdiklerinizle, arkadaşlarınızla paylaşmayı unutmayın. Eğer siz ne kadar paylaşırsanız bana o kadar imkan sağlıyorsunuz ki bu tür videoları devamlı yapabileyim. Neyse, daha fazla beklemeden direkt röportaja giriyoruz.
Okay.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm trying to set up my camera right now. Okay. It's sad that I can't make this split view, but should be good enough. How's it going, man? How's your day?
It's good. It's going well. How are things for you?
Very good, very good. You are at work right now, I see. What time is it
Yeah.
there right now?
Right now it is 1:15 in the afternoon.
1:15. Okay, good. What time do you work till?
I work till 6 p.m.
Okay. So,
Yeah, 6 p.m. tonight.
so what's your shift like normally?
Every day, not every day. We work, 12-hour shifts rotating. So I work, a 6 a.m. to a 6 p.m. a 12-hour shift. 3 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off. So
Okay.
this is my long weekend. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I'll have Monday, Tuesday off. Then I'll work a Wednesday, Thursday, and then have off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I always have every other weekend off.
You got plenty of time off.
Absolutely. Plenty
That's
of time
awesome.
to travel.
Hey, Ryan, first of all, thanks so much for wanting to do this with us.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm doing this for my new YouTube channel called Amerikalı Aynasız. That means
Okay.
American Cop. Literally, that's what it means, right? And my guys, my audience really, really love anything police related in general, but especially American. Okay?
Okay.
And with your background in the law enforcement community and my background in law enforcement, I figured I'd create a channel like that and chat with folks like you and give some of my own wisdom and experience to them and
Yep.
kind of answer some questions. So that's why I wanted to chat with you and answer some of their questions because they've been asking me a lot of questions. All right.
Okay.
So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to just some of the questions that came to my mind. First of all, now that you're a cop, how long have you been a police officer?
I've been in law enforcement for approximately 8 years now.
8 years. That's good. How many police departments have you worked at?
Um,
Or law
I
enforcement?
volunteered for 2 departments, was hired with the second one full time, and now this is my second department.
Gotcha. And why did you become a police officer?
That's always been a tough question to answer. It's just something in my bones. I thoroughly enjoy helping people.
Gotcha.
Getting out there, protecting the community, assisting, being a role model essentially is what it comes down to.
You got any kids?
I've got 4.
4 kids. Damn.
Yeah.
And you're being a role model for them, right?
Absolutely.
Also? Okay. No, that's fantastic, and that's exactly why I got into law enforcement myself. It's just that you see there were some people out there, they really cannot help themselves, protect themselves, and then you really want to get out there and help them out yourself, right?
Guide them along the way.
Exactly. I think doesn't it feel really good, like when you respond to a call and you come up to a pretty favorable resolution, and when you leave that call, you're like, it just feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It provides warmth inside that you can't even describe.
Exactly.
It's a very good feeling.
Yeah. No, I agree, definitely. So with that being said, how do you like being a cop?
Well, right now times are a bit tough. I'm not gonna hide that. In the news, that you can see it worldwide. You can see the publicity of American police now, like what they're portrayed to be. But although it's tough, it has wonderful moments that still outweigh all those bad. So
Gotcha.
we keep plugging away.
So what I want to know is actually a lot of people probably want to know this. Describe a specific call or a traffic stop that you have responded to or you have initiated that just turned out ugly or scary for you.
Okay. There are many.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I guess I'll start with since we were discussing protests. I'll go back to last summer when everything was kind of kicking off. There's a lot of tension. I was dispatched to a domestic violence call. Two grown adult males, father and son, were physically fighting in the front yard of their home. Late at night, and I'm the only officer on duty at the time. I approach the scene. My lights are on. My sirens are now off. I approach the scene with lights on, which disrupted a little bit. So I'm approaching now out of my vehicle, approaching the scene. And father is walking to me with his hands up. I order him to my car, where then I place his hands behind his back, not in handcuffs, but just behind his back, and I begin my pat-down search to secure him. As I'm doing so, the 18-year-old son now runs up and begins attacking me. In my mind, in those split seconds, I feel the fight is now between the two males. Okay, I am the one that they're going after, not each other.
Yeah.
Just me.
Is the father doing something too?
What's that?
The father? He's handcuffed at this point, right?
No, he is not handcuffed. I just had his hands secured.
I
started
see
the
what you're
pat-down
saying.
process, and at that time, no charges. There were no charges, so
you're just trying to do some high-risk search real quick for weapons.
Just to secure him in the back seat of my patrol vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
and then focus my attention on the son. Yes, just a quick sweep of weapons to secure him. But I wasn't able to secure father, and now I have the son now pulling on me and throwing punches. So now I'm in a physical altercation, not with just the one, but two, because now dad is starting to get involved also. He sees that his son is now being attacked. So it was 2-on-1. Very stressful. You have to think quick. Taser was deployed, onto the son. Father and I are now going at it. Son gets back up. We're going back and forth for approximately 6 to 8 minutes before my backup arrives.
So you, father and son, are both attacking you.
Yeah.
And you were able to deploy your taser against son, right?
Correct.
And he went down. Obviously, the taser was effective, correct?
Correct. It was an effective hit,
It was only
which allowed me
5
to
seconds.
again, take my attention to divert it right back to father.
Okay.
I was not able to handcuff. Obviously, I'm alone, so I still had to deal with the father. So a very stressful situation. But like I said, my backup arrived.
Okay.
And we were able to detain both subjects and get them, ultimately down to the county jail where they
For process.
were charged. Yeah, in process.
So, were you injured at all?
Minor injuries, scrapes, cuts, bruises, but nothing, no broken bones.
Gotcha.
Nothing obviously fatal. So it was another day. I got to go home to see the family. So
No, that's always a very good thing. Absolutely.
absolutely.
And at that moment, when they were both attacking you, technically speaking, I mean, I wasn't there, but just speaking in general, if two people are attacking you, that's actually deadly force justified kind of situation, depending on circumstances. Did you
Correct.
think that at all at that moment? How did your training kick in?
It was a thought, yes. in that moment there, I didn't feel I needed to escalate to that particular scenario or situation. I was still able to defend appropriately. And after a while, you know, we're both getting tired. You know, they're getting tired, I'm getting tired. You know, keep in mind that they were physically fighting in the front yard, so they were already
Tired.
exhausted by the time I got there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, anything could have happened, yes. And I was prepared, but I didn't feel lethal force was necessary. at
Okay,
that
so
time.
you didn't feel like your life was in danger, but you knew you were being attacked and whatever, but you didn't feel like your life was in danger at that time?
That instinct did not kick in.
Got it. I know exactly how that feels. You know, as
Mhm.
you and I have been in the field for many years, we've been in some situations, and
Mhm.
I totally feel you there. I've had some fights where I was like, okay, I'm fighting this guy, but I don't feel like my life is in danger. And then
Right.
I've had fights where I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna die if I don't do something about this. So I've been there. So I feel you there. Yeah. You've been a cop for 8 years. So you've driven various different types of squad cars.
Yeah. I have.
What's your favorite squad car you've ever driven so far?
I've driven old to new. Personally, and it's a personal preference, I still like my Ford Explorer.
You like the Ford Explorer?
I do like the Ford Explorer. It gives me enough room,
Yeah.
but still has somewhat of that, you know, patrol car feeling, like the Caprice almost. It's quick, but it's not as quick as the Caprice. But
What
I
about
still
Crown
like.
Vic? You used to have a Crown Vic. You used to drive a Crown Vic. Yeah.
I drove an old Crown Vic for years. Yeah, those were interesting, fun.
They're pretty big. They're like a boat.
It is a boat. It's a land boat for sure.
That's yeah. I remember, when I used to drive a Crown Vic, like a couple of times I went over curbs, right? Mistakenly.
Yeah,
And the thing just didn't care. It just went over curbs. Just
they do.
went through yards, no problems. Caprice is
Not
like
a problem
that.
at all.
Caprice, you get a flat tire. You
Yeah.
get a curb, yeah. That's pretty fun. I've had Explorers, like I've driven them numerous times, but I never got one assigned to me. Like when I was with the city PD, I had Explorer many times, but when I was state police, like state trooper, I had strictly Caprices, and I just can't imagine driving anything else. Like I love the Caprice, so fast. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
they're nice cars for sure.
It was fantastic, yeah. So I'm trying to not keep this interview too long, right? I'm trying to keep it a little
Sure.
short, so because I know you have to go. So, you know, I'm from Turkey, okay?
Yeah.
And we've met many years ago. So, what did you think of Turkey, or Turkish people in general, prior to meeting me? And what are your thoughts about Turkey and Turkish people now that you've known me for years?
Sure. I mean, one thing I can say, I've never had a negative encounter with someone from Turkey or a Turkish descent. But when I met you, man, you opened you opened my eyes to many things here. You and I have become rather close over the years, and I feel that the Turkish people are just warm, caring, loving, very welcoming, and the food is really good too.
The food is really good. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
It's
I would
insane.
love maybe I'll plan my next vacation. What is the city? Uldunez. I can't pronounce it. I apologize.
No, that's the place that you were telling me. It's Ölüdeniz. Ölüdeniz.
Uludeniz. Yes, or Antalya.
Antalya. Oh, southern Turkey. That's
Yeah.
very good.
I would love to go there, visit the wonderful, the culture, the country, and eat just authentic, good Turkish food.
I know. Dude. You're making me want to go there right now. It's been a while. It's been a while.
We should.
Maybe we'll go together sometime.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love
Yeah.
that.
No, that's fantastic, man. No, Turkey's a really beautiful country. Like it really is, and people are definitely. And I know I'm from there, but I've been here for 17 years. I met
Mhm.
many different cultures and people, and I love people in general. But seriously,
Thanks.
Turkish people are very, generally speaking, very warm, welcoming. That's really my thoughts as well. Hospitality is big, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's good.
100%.
I like that part of Turkish people. Turkish people overall are emotionally very passionate. They really
Okay.
are. That's been my experience. That's how I am too.
Sure. That's the way to be. That's how we have to live, you know.
Yes. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna spin this, change this to some gear review. A lot of people that I talk to, like in my channel, even though I don't have many subscribers yet, a lot of questions that I get is all about the gear. Okay.
Of course.
So why don't we talk about some gear? Okay.
Okay.
Can
Absolutely.
we? Can we see your uniform?
You want to see mine?
Yeah. Yeah.
You bet. You bet. You bet. All right. Let me move this the camera here.
Okay.
All right. So how was that?
That's perfect. So, can I
All right.
ask some questions about it?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. So, what is that thing in the center of your vest? No, the top.
Right here?
Yeah, camera. What is that?
That's our body cameras, our body worn cameras now. This is from a WatchGuard company. So
Can we see it
this
close
will
up?
activate.
Close
What's
up?
that?
Close up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this will activate with my patrol car lights even. So they're synced. It's the same company that is in my patrol
Dash
vehicle.
cam. Yeah.
They're the same company. So when I hit those lights, everything is synced. So this will turn on, and all my cameras will turn on in the car as well.
What if you don't turn the lights on? What if you go somewhere discreetly?
Sure. I can hit the center button here
Okay.
and activate it automatically.
What if you go to a call but you forget to turn it on? Is it against policy?
These are pre-record. So if I go back to the police department, let my administration know, hey, I forgot. This will actually go back a certain amount of time, and hopefully that is still on the hard drive, and we can recover that.
I see what you're saying. Okay. And that is a bulletproof vest. Is that it? Right.
It is, yeah. So I do wear a bulletproof vest.
Mhm. Okay.
It's secure.
You wear it outside.
Correct. I wear mine outside
Okay.
in a carrier. So in my carrier, the armored plates are on the inside,
Mhm.
and you can see those here.
I see. Okay.
I keep paper, pens,
Gotcha.
handcuff key,
Mhm.
extra pen. Going down, I have business cards in this pocket here.
Okay.
And then since recently, we've been carrying the Narcan.
Narcan. I know what that is for heroin overdose stuff, right?
Yep.
Got it.
Correct. For overdoses and whatnot. Yep, we can administer that.
So, I see you got your radio mic holder, right? I mean, not holder, correct. That's mic head, right?
Yeah, the lapel mic.
Okay.
Yep. So, I guess if we're going down to the duty belt.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to the duty belt right now. Yeah.
I carry my radio here. That's the actual radio, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with the lapel mic that's secured on
Do you have earpiece or no?
my vest. I don't have it in today, no, but sometimes I will.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I used to patrol, I loved having my earpiece.
It
You
works
just-
wonders. If you're in a noisy, loud area,
Yeah.
you can really hear, and
Yeah.
that helps out.
So, yeah, let's go down to the belt, okay? So you've got your belt. Let's start with
Yep.
the magazines.
Okay.
Can we,
So right here, obviously, I carry 2 extra magazines for my duty weapon.
Okay.
Uh,
And those are magazine pouches, right? I see that. Okay.
the magazine pouches, so these just secure in there like so.
They don't come off. And then
No, they don't. They won't come out. In the
Got
front,
handcuffs?
my single set of handcuff, hinged cuffs.
Okay.
There
And what's next
in the
to it?
magazine or the handcuff pouch.
What's next to it?
Next to that, we've got the OC spray.
Pepper
The
spray. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. What's next to it?
Moving on is the duty weapon.
Okay.
So
Can you show that? Do you mind showing that to us? Okay.
I don't. I'm gonna make it safe.
Yeah.
All right. So we have. I just carry a Smith & Wesson duty weapon.
What?
9mm
Is that an M&P?
M&P,
Okay.
9mm. Yep. With a Streamlight TLR1, the high lumens one.
Gotcha.
I'm very pleased with this setup.
That's good.
It works well.
Fantastic. Go ahead. And
All right.
great.
Now
Now moving on.
behind my
Baton.
firearm, I keep my expandable baton.
Can you collapse that and then open that up for us?
Absolutely.
So, gotcha. Nice. Very nice.
Nice baton.
Yep. And then what's behind that?
Behind that, I have 2 more sets of handcuffs.
Oh boy, you carry 3 with you.
So always make sure I have enough sets. Like I said, I fought two guys, right? I need to have
Yeah,
enough
I know.
handcuffs for all of them.
Correct. Yeah. You're right. I
You
know.
never
I
know
always
the
had
situation you
2.
might get.
I had
What's
one
that?
up front. I had one up front and I had one in the back. But no, that's great. Where's your flashlight at?
Flashlight's over here. I keep
Okay.
that behind my radio.
Got it. That's right.
So it's just a Streamlight,
Okay.
somewhat compact flashlight, high lumens, so we can see at night.
This is
Very well.
mine. Look, it still says Kai on it.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah. See that? I had this for years. So
Did
10
you?
years. And then
And then we already talked about my radio,
radio.
and then my taser.
Can you arc that thing?
Oh, certainly, I can do that. So
Yeah.
here's the cartridge. I've removed the one single cartridge.
Okay.
This is a 25 foot, so anything within a 25 foot span, I'm able to,
Engage.
hit my target. We activate the taser either on either side there,
Okay.
and that turns it on. So now we have mine is set up so I have the light and laser combo.
Gotcha.
All right. You ready for a spark test?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's see if I can get that.
Yep, that's a dry stun right there. No, that's
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I'm just looking at it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So that's all the gear you have, right? No, thank you so much for showing us your gear. That's great. And now I want to talk about. Now, what I would really want to talk about is your squad car. That's what
Okay.
I'm really interested in. Do you
Yeah.
mind showing us your squad car?
Yeah. Let's head over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip the camera around so
Go ahead.
you just kind of guide me there. So this is what I have. This is a 2017 Ford Explorer with the Police Interceptor package.
Okay.
So we'll do a quick.
So let's go see inside of it first.
Okay. Let's start with the driver's seat. How about that?
Yeah.
This is obviously where I sit and do most of my work from.
Okay.
Somewhat comfortable seats, but we'll take a quick look here.
Let's see your radar. A little bit. The
I've
radar,
got the radar here.
and that's the screen to the right, right?
That's this, and then this is turning on, but that's what will tell me the speeds.
Okay.
After it does its checks, it does its certification or
Calibration.
checks. Yep, calibration checks.
Mhm.
So now it's ready to go. So I keep the remote for that up in the overhead compartment here.
Okay.
And I can turn it on.
Yep.
It gives me a bunch of different options there. So I can do forward, back, cars behind me, cars
Standby,
just
yeah.
in front of me, all over.
All right, and you got your computer up there, obviously. You don't have to show us your computer, but that's there.
Yeah.
And your radio?
We now just use these radios.
Gotcha.
We no longer do in-car radios since we got these new powerful ones. So
Actually, that makes perfect sense. Why not? Yeah. Because you used to like turn the in-car off, keep your mic on, and turn that off. Like it was a lot of work. So what are all those buttons down there? You want to show us all those buttons, like below the computer?
The buttons, yeah. So
Or all that stuff, control panel. That's lights, right?
yep.
That's
These are the lights. So
you can
that'll
show
put
us
the lights
that
on.
later.
Yep.
But-
The alley light here. So it'll give me different lights for. Hey, Chief. Talking to one of my friends.
Oh, I didn't know you were on the phone. Sorry.
That was my deputy chief.
Nice.
So we got the alley lights here.
Yep.
You want to activate everything, or what do you want me to do here?
What I want to do is stand by on that. I want to see what's that handheld thing is, and what's the other mechanism that you have over there.
Well, I've got a phone charger here. The handheld here is from our old radios, but we still have them in here. So say I'm on a scene, I need to talk to fire.
I see. You use that.
I can still communicate with fire, or say state police. I can still use this radio.
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So that's that radio. This is the hard drive for the camera
WatchGuard.
system.
Yeah, WatchGuard. I see that. And then you got
Yep.
your printer right there.
Yep, and then that's my ticket printer.
That's how you
So-
write people tickets, huh?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Do you want to show us the lights?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Let's see here. I flipped my screen around here. I don't know what you're seeing. Sorry. So the lights I can activate here. 1, 2, 3. Now all my lights are activated.
Okay.
I can get out and give
Sure.
you a quick walk around of the vehicle.
Sure.
So we'll start at the front. This is what most people see from the rear view mirror, right?
Yeah, when you're approaching them to get out of the way or a traffic stop. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Nice
we've
lights.
got-
Looks like you got adequate lighting there. So.
yeah, very bright, so you can see it from, while you're approaching and
Yeah.
and whatnot. So a little tight over here, but
Yeah.
I think you get the concept, right?
Yep. Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. You can turn them off.
All right.
And what's the back seat look like in those things?
All right, the back seat. I'll go ahead and turn this
a
off.
place that nobody wants to be. Yeah.
Nobody wants to be back here.
That's
So this
right.
is what the criminal will see, I guess, or the person that's
Yeah.
not always a criminal. I shouldn't say that. So
No,
my
exactly.
passengers or prisoners.
Yes.
So this is the dirty back seat. I'm going to be cleaning this here today. That was every time I come back from a weekend, that's my Monday chore.
Gotcha. Nice.
So so this is the back seat. And then the doors do not lock or cannot open
from inside.
from inside, and the windows do not go down.
Okay. And that's because obviously we don't want them to be able to escape, right?
Correct. What we have is my patrol rifle.
Okay.
No.
Can we
And
take a look at that real quick? I mean, you don't have to show us in detail, just kind of like how it looks. Oh,
Sure, I'll pull it out. There we go. All right. This one is just a standard AR-15,
okay.
with a 30-round magazine,
All right.
collapsible stock, very plain, department issued.
Gotcha. All right. And what's the, that's less lethal? Beanbag?
That is the less lethal there. Let me take that one out. So this is the less lethal. It's a shotgun, 12 gauge. And in
Nice.
these cartridges here,
They're
Are-
rubber bullets or what?
what's that?
They're rubber bullets, beanbags?
They're bean bags. Yeah, so it's a cloth sack, filled with pellets of some sort, soft fill. So it's less than lethal. So if necessary, used to stun a target at longer distances than 25 feet that, let's say a taser could use.
Yo, where are you guys allowed to shoot? Like, what part of the body?
Typically the stomach is what we aim for on those.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can't, because the chest area would be somewhat dangerous due to it could potentially stop the heart and stuff like that. Correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, no, that is fantastic. Oh, your camera turned off. Oh, there you go.
Oops. All right.
How are you gonna turn
I
that
don't know
around?
how to flip. I don't know how to flip it, so I'm gonna have to do this.
Okay, that's good. I see you perfectly, and so I really don't want to take up too much of your time. I think this has been fantastic. Really appreciate it. Let me ask you this: what do you want to say to my Turkish audience as a police officer?
I think it would be very neat to obviously meet each and every one of them, but that's not quite possible. But I tell them to keep focused on their dreams and keep pursuing what they want out of life, and don't get discouraged. This job was very hard for me to get into. It was definitely a life dream of mine as a child, and I made it possible. You made it possible, and if we can do it, they can certainly make whatever their dream possible.
Gotcha.
So,
No, thank you. That was fantastic. I really appreciate it, man. Like that's very fantastic, and I'm sure they're gonna really like hearing that, and they're probably going to very much appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and talking to us about your job. So I certainly appreciate it. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I hope we could do this more with you.
absolutely, I would love to do it, more often if we can.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we can, and I appreciate it. And you be safe out there, all right?
All right, brother, you do the same. I'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
you. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Bye.
Arkadaşlar, röportajı dinlediniz. Umarım hoşunuza gitmiştir. Eğer bununla ilgili sorularınız varsa ya da bunun gibi şeyleri sürekli yapmamı istiyorsanız lütfen aşağıya yorum yazın. Hepsine tek tek cevap vermeye çalışacağım. Ve tekrar kanalımızı ziyaret ettiğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Bir dahaki videoda görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın.